Hey folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to take a quick look at Story Craze. Now before we begin, it's worth noting that everything that you're about to see here is subject to change. This is a prototype copy. The game will be launching on Kickstarter in late October 2016. I think the date in the email was October 25th, but don't quote me on it. My memory's not what it used to be. As far as, like I said, the components, this is prototype quality. In fact, my game didn't include everything. I got a letter here saying as such. The full version of Story Craze will include 40 cards in each of the People, Places, and Things deck, and 30 cards in the Judge deck. Also, there'll be 100 pages in the story writing pad. Okay, so what does all that mean? Well, basically, the game comes with a bunch of decks. You've got 4 decks. People, Places, and Things are 3 separate decks, and then Judge deck. And basically, every round you're going to have a judge, similar to Apples. And every team, you can have 1 player per team. You could have 3 players per team. If you're in a classroom, 1/3 of your class can be a team, and then the second third and the third, final third can be a team, that kind of thing. You can set up the teams any way you want. In fact, the more people playing, the better, because this is all about storytelling, making people laugh, and trying to come up with the best story so that the judge will pick yours, and you'll be awarded points for it. So how do you play? Well, again, each player splits up into teams. Each team gets a Story Craze pad here. There's story title, Chapter 1 Introduction, People, Places, and Things, Chapter 2 Action, People, Places, and Things, and then finally on the back here there's an ending, People, Places, and Things. So basically, the game is played over 3 rounds, so to speak, and you'll be filling in, each chapter across those 3 rounds. There's a 10-minute sand timer for each round. So each team will draw a People, Places, and Things card. So one team will get this card, and this card. So this People card says, a friend that you haven't seen in a long time. And then this Places Unicorlandia or Rainbowlandia, your choice. And this Places says on Facebook or Instagram. That's a very interesting combination there. So if you want to talk about your long-lost friend, Puffy the unicorn from Unicorlandia that recently signed up to Twitter, feel free to, make up your own introduction there. And you have 10 minutes to brainstorm and come up with this and write this down under Chapter 1. And then after all teams have done this, or after the time limit expires for the 10 minutes, the judge for that round will go ahead and draw a card, and whatever is on the card here, like it says mysterious. So based on that, whoever's story seemed the most mysterious to the judge will be awarded the point. Now, in alternate variations of the game, in fact, the instruction manual here does say that there's other ways to play. You can get rid of the judge cards altogether, so no one has to abide by these things here. It could be mysterious or logical and polite, and you never know what you're going to get. So you don't know how to form the story until the judge card is actually drawn. In the core rules, the judge card is drawn after the stories are written. So you could be writing a story that is not mysterious or not logical, and when that card is drawn by the judge, then you're kind of out of luck. Well, 2 ways around that. You can draw the judge card ahead of time, announce it, and people can base their stories around that judge card. Or just, like I said earlier, get rid of the judge cards altogether, and whoever has the best story that makes everyone laugh, that judge can pick that story and award those players a point. So yeah, there's other ways to play as well. You can skip the judge part. I already said that. Actually, I already said that too. Another way to play is to select the judge card before you begin writing your stories. Got that? You can also theme your Story Craze stories. So let's say that your gamer group is at a campsite or whatever, and you got a bunch of kids there, and I just knocked the sand timer over, but yeah, let's say you got a bunch of kids at this camp. So if you want to theme your stories around a camp setting, you can do that. So there's different ways you can theme your game as well. And again, the game is played over 3 rounds, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. You're going to draw a new People, Places, and Things card each time. Each time you start a new round. And that's basically all there is to it. It's not that hard. It's very family friendly, obviously. It can be played in a lot of different settings. Like I said, it can be played in a classroom. It can be played on a camping trip with a bunch of kids. Any sort of large kid gathering, like the Boys and Girls Club. I don't know if you guys have those around where you live, but around here they're sort of like I don't know, they're just sort of groups that kids can go to after school and engage in various activities, different things like that. So very family friendly, very kid friendly. It's also it's really great in sparking imagination. As a personal note, I'm not going to say who, but I was recently at the Wesley Spectrum office in Pittsburgh, and I was with someone else who was being tested for autism. So we were, messing with figurines on the table, trying to tell a story. Well, this game can do that too. So this game has other uses besides for entertainment. It can be used to help get kids to open up in settings like those for medical reasons, to help them be diagnosed. So this game, I think, has a lot of different applications, which is really cool. Again, it'll be available on Kickstarter sometime late October, so be on the lookout for it. I do have a written preview out there. If it's not published yet, it will be soon. I don't know when it's going to be published yet, but it's on my website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. So yeah, go check this one out, Story Craze. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.